Welcome to the Freshman Grade Point Recovery Program and your Freshman GPR Online Orientation. The Freshman GPR program is an academic support program for students on academic concern. Please be sure to also complete your Trail to Success survey as part of this online orientation. These are your Freshman GPR advisors for the upcoming semester. You will receive an email letting you know which happy smiling face is your assigned advisor for the upcoming semester. Be sure to check your email and meet with your advisor so that you can receive academic support on your path to good standing.
In today's Freshman GPR Orientation, we're going to go over the program overview and requirements. We're going to talk about GPA and academic policies. We're going to review your degree works audit. We're going to talk about different academic resources you can take advantage of and also go over final logistics so you are ready for the fall semester. The Freshman GPR program consists of this online orientation, academic advisor, and academic coach meetings in the upcoming semester. You will receive a Freshman GPR program syllabus emailed to you, or you can download one from the Freshman GPR website. Please note, you should be meeting with your academic advisor monthly once the semester starts. You should be meeting with your academic coach at the beginning of the semester, and from there you will figure out how often you may want to continue to meet with your academic coach based on your individual needs. Please note, anytime you're scheduling these meetings, you should not be missing classes and you should be as prepared for your meetings as possible. Come with any questions or concerns that you may have. We look forward to working with you.
Please be sure to check your BSU email daily. That is the official means of communication from the university. You can access your email through the student portal or through the BSU mobile app. Please remember to check your inbox and other folders on your email. And if you are having any issues with your email, please contact IT support at bridgew.edu. Now it's time to talk about what your GPA means and some academic policies.
BSU uses an A through F grading scale, so every letter grade you get is equivalent to a numerical GPA number. For example, a B is a 3.0, a C minus is a 1.7, and F is a 0. So depending on what you get for grades, when you factor all of those in, that is how your GPA is determined. There are some marks that don't calculate into your GPA. If you withdraw from a class, are marked as a walkaway, or maybe you have an incomplete that you arrange with your professor, those will not factor into your GPA. Also, there's a few classes where you could earn your credit if you get a pass or satisfactory in the class, but it won't impact your GPA. If you do not pass the class and it is coded as an unsatisfactory or no pass, that will also not factor into your GPA. Also, if you choose to pursue the pass, no pass, low pass, mid pass, high pass option for some of your classes, if you get any of those marks or grades, they will not impact your GPA. Please note, the add drop deadline happens the first week of classes. After that deadline is over, you will not be able to make changes to your schedule. And please take note of the withdrawal and pass no pass deadline listed on this slide. Make sure if you do get marked as a walkaway from one of your classes, you respond to the email immediately to either withdraw from the class, or if you want to remain in the class, speak to your professor about getting put back in the class. If you have to arrange an incomplete for one of your classes because you're unable to complete the work by the end of the semester, make sure you do complete the work by the end of the next semester or by whatever deadline date your professor has provided you in order to get your passing grade for that class. If you do not complete the work, it will automatically turn to an F.
Let's talk about your GPA for a moment. Right now, your GPA is below a 2.0 but above a 1.5, which puts you on academic concern. Since you are on academic concern, we have provided you this freshman GPR program to give you a little bit more support so that hopefully you can turn things around and get back into good academic standing, which is 2.0 or above for your cumulative GPA. If you have a really good semester and you can get a GPA of 3.3 or higher within 12 credits, then you'll make Dean's List. You should be aware that you have more than one GPA to be concerned about. You have your overall GPA. You also have a major GPA. So you have a GPA that is specific to just classes you take within your major. You also have a semester GPA, which is how you can make Dean's List if you do really well in a semester. When you meet with your freshman GPR advisor, they will talk to you and use these GPA calculators to discuss what you need to hopefully get this semester in order to improve your current GPA to get back into good standing or above a 2.0. BSU has an academic standing policy that includes the chart on this slide based on the number of credits you've earned and your GPA. In order to get back into good academic standing, you need to be above a 2.0. If you are unable to do that by the end of this semester, then it's important for you to understand the other academic standings you may fall into. You can remain on academic concern if your GPA is below a 2.0, but within this academic standing chart based on the number of credits you've earned. If your GPA falls below the separation GPA in this chart, based on the number of credits you have, for the first time, you will be put into academic intervention, which allows you to stay at Bridgewater, but again, will provide some support to you. If after you've been on academic intervention at least one semester, you do not improve your GPA, then you will be put on academic separation, which is a break from BSU for one semester. A great way to help improve your GPA is by repeating courses that you failed or did not do well in. You can repeat any course you want to repeat at BSU. Some things to think about though are, can you do better? Obviously, if it's an F, hopefully, yes, you can do better. And if it is a course you still need in the core or in your major, you're going to have to repeat it anyway. The repeat policy allows you to take the class again, and when you get your new grade, the new grade will calculate into your GPA, and the old grade will no longer calculate into your GPA. Both grades will appear in your transcript, and you can only earn credit for the course once, but it's always the most recent grade that calculates into your GPA. So you want to make sure you can do better in the course if you do decide to repeat it. Some things to consider when repeating a class: can you do better? How will your financial aid be impacted? And whether or not military benefits may cover the course. You should follow up with the financial aid office if you have any questions with regard to your financial aid when repeating a class. And if you are utilizing military benefits, you should follow up with the Veterans Center. You may be wondering why I should repeat a course. Well, it will get you off of academic concern sooner if you can repeat a course and do better in it. And then once you're off of academic concern, then you're meeting all the requirements for the BSU programs. You're eligible for internships in grad school, scholarships, study abroad and study tours, NCAA athletics. So it is kind of important to repeat classes that you did not do well in as a way to help improve your GPA. Now we're going to review your DegreeWorks audit so you have a better understanding of it. You may want to follow along by calling up your own DegreeWorks audit in InfoBear. If you're not sure how to do that, we have some video tutorials on the Freshman GPR website you can review. Your DegreeWorks audit tracks your academic progress. It shows what you have completed and what you still have to complete in order to graduate. You access your DegreeWorks audit through InfoBear, and you should be checking this before you register for classes every semester. Your audit will also show you your cumulative and major GPA, along with your course requirements.
To access your student profile, you're going to log into InfoBear, go to your student tab, and then go to the student profile. Once on your student profile, you can access various links, including your degree works, your student financial responsibility agreement, and the registration and planning area. You'll notice on your student profile right now, there are two different versions of DegreeWorks. We have a new and improved version of DegreeWorks, and that's the one I want you to click on. Hit New DegreeWorks. If you still want to use the old DegreeWorks version, you can also click on where it just says DegreeWorks. Also on your student profile is a lot of important information that you can view. It has your advisors listed. It has if you have any registration holds, your class status, your overall GPA, and how many credits you've earned. It has your program, so you always want to check to make sure your major is accurate. And then if you happen to have any transfer credit, you can always click on where it says hours and GPA, and you'll be able to see that information too. So make sure you're familiar with your student profile. You access and use it in many different ways. Okay, once you've clicked on New DegreeWorks Audit, this is what it will look like. It brings up a worksheet. At the top part has your student ID and name and the degree you are seeking, along with your classification and your program or major. As you're reviewing your DegreeWorks audit, you will also notice your overall GPA is listed. And you can also, if you're thinking about changing majors, you can use the what if feature to run different DegreeWorks audits to see what it would be like if you were contemplating other majors or even minors. On this screen also, and you won't see it, on this screen we have the legend listed. When you're in your DegreeWorks audit, the legend is actually at the very bottom, but I wanted to point out the legend at the beginning as we review your audit so you can have a basic understanding of how things look. Anywhere you see a green check mark with a circle, that means that's an area on your audit that is complete. Anywhere you see a blue circle with a half semicircle blue in it, that means those are in progress classes. Anywhere you see a red circle, that means that's something that is not complete, which means that's an area you still need to take classes in. You will also notice a little clipboard with a check mark in it. That signifies if there is a prerequisite in a course. So the legend is just something to be aware of as you're looking through your audit. But if you do have any questions about that, feel free to talk to your advisor.
If you scroll down your DegreeWorks audit a little, you will come to your degree block. Your degree block is an overview of everything you need to graduate. It lists out your GPA requirement, 2.0, the minimum number of credits you need to graduate, 120, and then any of your core or major program requirements are also listed. Also in the degree block, you can see your catalog year and any credits applied towards the 120 that you need to graduate. Credits applied refers to how many credits you have completed and are registered for at the moment.
Once you scroll down a little more, you will see specific core curriculum areas, starting with your core skills. And it will let you know the overall area, whether or not it's incomplete or if it's completed. So if you pay attention again to the legend, in this example, you will see for this student, English 101 has been completed. There's a green check mark with a green circle around it. English 102 still does need to be completed because that's a red circle. Logical reasoning and the quantitative reasoning skills classes are in progress because the student is registered for those classes in the upcoming semester. So you want to pay attention to your DegreeWorks audit and kind of follow along with it to make sure you understand what is completed, what is in progress, and what still needs to be completed. All students have to complete core skills requirements to graduate from BSU. As we continue through the core curriculum areas, you will notice your core seminars. All students have to take a first-year seminar requirement and a second-year seminar requirement. And then you will notice core writing, speaking intensive, and spoken communication requirements. The spoken communication requirement is taking either COM 102 or Theater 210. And then you have to take an additional 3 courses that are either writing or speaking intensive. You will notice in this example, this student's first year seminar class, Arts 199, is also counting as a writing intensive. So in some cases, you can take a course and it will count in more than one area. Your first and second year seminars will always be a writing or speaking intensive requirement. So that will complete 2 out of the 3 additional writing and speaking intensive classes that you need. The next core curriculum area is your core distribution. In this area, students have to complete fine and performing arts classes, humanities, natural sciences, including a lab science, and your social and behavioral science requirements. Now, until all the classes in each area are complete, you won't see the green check mark. So in this example, this student has social and behavioral science requirements done because they've taken 2 classes in this area. But if you look at the humanities requirement, they still need to complete 3 classes with the humanities attribute to finish that core distribution area. The last core area that you need to complete are your additional distribution core classes. This includes the global culture requirement, multiculturalism, and the U.S. and Massachusetts Constitution requirement. Again, if you look to the right, it will tell you what is still needed in each area for you to complete that requirement. You will notice in some cases that you can overlap classes. So this student took Intro to Sociology and it counts as a multiculturalism. It also counted as one of their social and behavioral classes on the previous screen. So again, you can sometimes overlap classes. A fine arts can never be a humanities, but a fine arts can be a global culture in some cases, for example. If you click on the links in your DegreeWorks audit and click on where it says with attribute, for example, global culture, it will actually pop up another box to provide course information for classes that fall into that category. So if you're not sure what a global culture class is, or a class in any of the core areas, if you click on the links, it will provide more information. Your DegreeWorks audit is live, so you can always dig deeper and get more information by using the links. Next up in your DegreeWorks audit is your major program block. Your major program block lists all the classes you need within your major. It lists how many credits are required within your major, how many credits you currently have applied to your major, and also the catalog year that you fall under. If there are any minimum grade requirements for any of the classes within your major, it will also be listed here. As you look through your major information, to get more information on classes, you can click on the course number. When you click on a course number, it will give you a course description and also list any prerequisites that you might need to complete before you can take the next level class. If you see a blue clipboard icon, that signifies that there is a prerequisite for this particular class. As you continue in your major information, you will see GPA and residency requirements. So it will tell you what your major GPA is and what you need to have for a major GPA in order to graduate from Bridgewater. In this example, students need to have a minimum 2.5 GPA in their psych classes to meet their major GPA requirements. You also have to meet a residency minimum, which has to do with the number of credits you need to complete at BSU to get your bachelor's degree from Bridgewater. You typically have to complete at least half of the credits within your major here at Bridgewater. if for some reason you're transferring in any credits. If you're doing all your coursework and time at Bridgewater, then you will automatically meet this residency requirement. Residency has nothing to do with housing or where you live on or off campus. Again, it has to do with the number of credits that you need to complete within your major courses. And then you will see all of your major classes listed and the grades you get in those, and that's how your major GPA is tracked.
The last part of your degree works audit will show you your free electives, insufficient, and in-progress courses. Free electives are courses that count for credit towards your 120 graduation credits, but they just don't count within the core curriculum or within your major. Insufficient courses are where courses that you may have failed go. Also, courses where you may have withdrawn from would be listed there. If you do see insufficient courses that you failed, this is a good area to look and think about repeating some of those courses. It will help with regard to your GPA. Finally, your in-progress courses are listed. Those are the courses that you are currently registered for. If you do not see any there, it's because you still need to register for your upcoming semester. If you are reviewing this online freshman GPR presentation, I assume you're ready to be back at Bridgewater and have a successful semester. But there are a few things that we have to just check on to make sure that you are ready to be back. It's important that you are in the appropriate major. Is your major a good fit for you? Are you thinking about changing your major? Are you considering adding a minor? If you are thinking about any of these things, you can discuss this with your advisor. The reason you want to be in an appropriate major is because you really want to enjoy learning about the classes you are taking. And obviously, it's going to help you in your future career. You can run a what-if degree works audit to check and explore other majors and minors. It's also really important to have your finances in play as you head into the semester. Have you submitted your FAFSA yet if you are applying for financial aid? In order to receive financial aid, you do have to maintain what's called Satisfactory Academic Progress, or SAP. SAP considers your grades and GPA and completion rate in order for you to be eligible for financial aid. If you do have any financial aid questions, you should direct them to your financial aid counselor. You can figure out who your financial aid counselor is by reviewing this chart. Go to the last column and look at the alpha split of your last name. And wherever your last name falls, that person is your financial aid counselor, and you can contact them via their email address. We understand that you may have struggled a little in your previous time at BSU, and that's why we're here. We want to support you to help you get your GPA back above a 2.0 and back in good standing. In our time with working with students in the freshman GPR program in the past, some of the things that they have shared with us that have impacted their academics include maybe struggling with personal or family problems or having difficulty adjusting to college life, possibly working too many hours in a week while trying to also attend school, not taking advantage of the resources offered at BSU, and missing too many classes. These are just some general things that students have shared. Each student has their own story though, and we understand that, and that's why we want to work with you individually.
Another reason students may have difficulty with classes is if they are online classes and you are not used to that. With the pandemic over the past few years, more students have been taking online classes. So keep in mind, if you are planning to take any online classes, we do have an online class support website where you can learn about different things like online class formats, the technical requirements and support for your classes, helpful resources and success strategies for taking online classes. Be sure to talk to your academic advisor and or your academic coach if you need help with learning how to navigate online classes. Some keys to academic success include, first and foremost, going to class. Make sure you show up, whether that's in person or online. You want to make sure you're participating in your classes. It's also important to prioritize and plan ahead. Know what you have going on in your classes and also know what you have going on outside of school so that you can get everything done. Consider asking for help if you have questions or concerns. There are lots of people on campus who want to support your success. Remember to get your books. It's really important to have your books for the beginning of the semester. And then obviously stay motivated, stay on top of what you need to do, and remember to always study and get all your assignments done. There are numerous academic resources that you can take advantage of to assist you in your success while at BSU.
BSU has many academic resources you can take advantage of. First and foremost, your professor is a resource. If you have questions or concerns about a specific class, we recommend talking to your professor. Your academic advisor, which is also your freshman GPR advisor, is another support, and you'll be meeting with your advisor throughout the semester. So when you do have questions or concerns, please bring them up with your advisor. Your academic coach is a support that you can take advantage of. So again, take advantage of these supports that we have in play for you as part of the freshman GPR program. The AAC has other supports you can also take advantage of. We have tutoring for introductory level classes. We have writing fellows for classes that you need assistance with any of your writing assignments. We have math tutors. We also have accounting and finance tutors if you're taking any accounting and finance classes. We have tutoring for multilingual students, and we have our Student Accessibility Services Office. All of these academic resources are available to you for free. You have already paid for them within your tuition and fees. So please take advantage of them, like the many students in the past who have taken advantage of them. If you look at the charts on the right-hand side of this slide, you'll see that students are coming to see academic coaches in tutoring on a regular basis, and you can be one of those students to take advantage of these services. There are other supports across campus, so depending on what you may need, your advisor can refer you to some of those supports, or you can check them out on the BSU app or intranet website to learn more.
Part of knowing what academic coaching is also knowing what it is not. Academic coaching focuses on how to learn, while tutoring focuses on what to learn. These are the skill areas that academic coaches work with students to develop. These skills, while crucial for academic success in your college years, are also transferable to life at large and out of the classroom experiences. Thinking of college as practice ground, teasing out what strategies work for you most effectively, can help motivate you to start thinking about them now and be better prepared for later. These skills include goal setting and motivation, learning and study strategies, organization and prioritization, professional academic communication, research and library resource support, stress management, test preparation, test taking, and test anxiety support, and time and task management. The benefit of this program is that coaching is embedded within it. In this presentation and through this program, we tell you what coaching is, how and if it works, and how to get connected. For many students, they do use coaching as a reactive measure. But the truth is, we met with over 500 individual students last year, and over half of those students self-selected to meet with a coach. Some may have waited until their first bad grade or when they were facing a challenge, but others opted to meet with a coach right from the beginning of the semester, giving them someone familiar and friendly to connect with if or when things got challenging. And many of those who did wait expressed to their coach that they wish they had taken advantage of coaching sooner. Here's what you can expect your appointments to look like. Students can meet with coaches any number of times over the course of the semester, and even if they don't meet weekly or biweekly, typically they return for at least one follow-up meeting after their initial meeting. In the first meeting, the focus is on getting to know one another, building rapport, and reviewing a set of academic coaching expectations, and setting some initial goals. Ideally, at the end of the first meeting, you and your coach work together to set up a second meeting. The second meeting and any subsequent meetings are an opportunity for your coach to follow up on the goals set in the first meeting, share strategies and resources, and work with you to refine goals and track progress. The final meeting is an opportunity for you and your coach to recap the semester, review any challenges faced and overcome, review progress and successes, share feedback on the coaching experience, and establish what the maintenance of coaching support may look like in the future.
Just a few final logistics and we're almost done. If you need to make any final schedule adjustments, remember to think about how many credits you may want to take in this upcoming semester. What is going to be a good fit for you with the credits and classes that you take? Also, consider repeating classes. That is going to be a helpful way to improve your GPA. This is the time to make the changes. Do not wait. Adjust your schedule as soon as you can so you're all set for the start of the semester. Do you need help with this? Check your email. Your advisor may have already emailed you some suggestions. Schedule a meeting with your advisor or attend the AAC's drop-in advising prior to the semester starting.
Great job! You've completed your Freshman GPR online orientation. Make sure to submit your Trail to Success and make sure to finalize your schedule if you have not done that already. Please continue to check your email for more important information and updates about the Freshman GPR program and also about how and when to schedule your advising and coaching appointments. We look forward to working with you this upcoming semester, and we appreciate your time in completing this online orientation. Thanks.